Mrs. Chinmay Mule Joshi ji has pursued her MSc in microbiology and MA psychology. She is the author of the book Lokmata Ahilyabai Holkar, a queen of indomitable spirit.
Now I request Chinmayi to introduce her book.
We often meet some people in our lives and they just change our lives entirely. And then we think that I've never met a person like that before. I met such person 1 year ago. That was Devi Ahilyabai. I met her through all the books that I read about her. And she changed my life completely. She never went to any university, but she was entire university in herself. She never had any degree in political science, but she was one of the best politicians. She never went to any IIM, but she was an amazing management person. She was never an IAS person, but she was a ruthless administrator. She never went to any medical school, but she had knowledge of all the medicines. She never was a part of DRDO, but she could generate or she could develop her own artillery all by herself from scratch. So, one person who has all the qualities in her, we rarely ever find such people in our lives. When the opportunity to write this book came to me, I never thought I will ever write a book in my life, that too in English. Me being a Marathi medium student, I never ever thought I'll be able to write a book in English. But the energy that Ahilyabai gave me, just flawlessly that entire book happened. And I am extremely grateful to Ahilyabai that she gave me this opportunity. It is the power of her entire being that inspires you in entirely different way. I work with teenagers and I many a times talk to their parents. Everybody has the same complaint that our kids don't know what they want, what they are doing. The entire young generation is just directionless. Entire generation is not directionless, they just don't know whom to follow. So, this book of Ahilyabai is written mainly for these teenagers. It is written in these 61 small stories of Ahilyabai's entire life. Being a responsible parent, it is our duty to guide our children to follow some enlightened person's path. So if at all, if we can introduce our children with such enlightened personalities from the past, I think we are successful as citizens and as parents. Ahilyabai's entire lifespan was of extreme difficulties. But at the same time, she belonged to the family which was one of the richest families in India. When her father-in-law died, she received the amount of 16 crore rupees and the area which was giving the tax of 75 lakhs. The first thing that she did not make any royal chair for herself or a huge palace for herself. What she did was, she called all the priests and she arranged a puja and she donated that entire property to Lord Shiva. The oath that she took, that nothing belongs to me, everything belongs to that Lord Shiva, and whatever I do, I am answerable to him when I die. Whatever I use, that is his debt to me. And I don't know how I will repay that. This simplicity, even when you have everything, is what we need to give our children. The package they'll get, but they don't know what to do with that money. They'll get the package of 20 lakhs, 1 crore, whatever it is. But still, the feeling of your duty towards the society, that even if I'm earning something, I should give something in return to my society. This comes from Ahilyabai's entire being. When I had gone to Indore for the book launch, a respectable Sumitra Mahajan, she spoke a little bit about Ahilyabai. One thing that struck me a lot is that even after 300 years, people of Indore think that they are, whatever they are getting it because of good deeds of Ahilyabai. They call her Matoshri. The thing that she said, ki even if there is a drought, even if the monsoon is delayed, none of us get panicked in Indore. We say that Ahilyabai's work is so much that because of her good deeds, the Lord will never be angry on the people of Indore and Maheshwar. 300 years ago, this female never even lived a single moment for herself. She lived her entire life for her people. I will tell you one experience of mine, and then which I felt when I went to Maheshwar. Ahilyabai, during her entire terrain of 30 years, kept on, she was a Shiva Bhakt. So she used to arrange every morning, there is one puja that used to happen. It's called as a Lingarchan puja. And during the month of Shravan, there was a puja called Koti Lingarchan puja. So every day, priests or Brahmins come, the soil from Narmada is brought, and every day when Ahilyabai was there, 108 priests used to make 1,25,000 linga, Shiva Linga. And then the puja used to be done, and it is again, they put it back into Narmada river. The puja still is going on. Every day, 8 Brahmins, they make 11 lakh Shivalingas, and they pray to the god. Now this puja was not for her good. This puja was continued for her people, the wealth and well-being of her people. When I went to Maheshwar and when I got to know that this puja is still going on, I asked them if I can be a part of this puja. They agreed to that. So when I performed that puja for the first time, before sitting in that puja, I had decided that I am not going to ask anything for myself when I do this puja. If Ahilyabai has started this puja for people, let me also pray for the people. I sat during the puja, that feeling was there in my mind that this puja is not for me. I could actually feel the presence of Ahilyabai around me. Maybe it is because all the things that I have read, I don't know. And when the puja was over, the Guruji told me, ki, ask for whatever you want. When I folded my hands and when I closed my eyes, it took me 5 seconds to say, I don't want anything, let other people flourish. When we sit in front of the God, when we say, Sabka bhala hona chahiye, there is one small wish in our heads, that sab mein to main aati hu. When you say that I don't want anything and let people flourish, it takes minimum 5 to 10 seconds to let this come out of your mouth. And this female lived her entire life just for the people. We should give such examples to our children. And we should make our children, if your children are not reading the books, the book is available on Storytel and YouTube also. It's there on Google Podcast also. So I think we should make our children, if they make us do whatever they want, I think this is something that we should make them do because we want this. And I hope this book reaches to maximum children so that it motivates them. Then only I will feel something good happened from my hands. Dhanyavad.